Hi, Matt with eTrailer. If you have a 2023 Nissan Rogue and you're looking for something that's just going to be really easy to use, very nice to look at, and it's going to be able to work with a wide range of bikes and work nicely with the Rogue, then the Kuat Piston Pro is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. And what I mean by this working really nicely with the Rogue is how our bike is sitting on here right now is we have plenty of room in between the two. Even with my hands here, we're not even coming close. We're not going to make contact with the glass. There are a few things to consider with this though. Is going to be the size of your handlebars. We do have 15-inch handlebars and we do have an extra large mountain bike. Now, if you have a shorter mountain bike, you're probably still going to be good, but just keep an eye on it. But in most cases, even on those bumpy roads, you shouldn't make contact. On top of that, we're going to have a pretty decent weight capacity of 67 pounds per bike, so you will be able to put your heavy e-bikes on here too. And usually that would affect your tilt, but here we're getting a pretty good one. And to show you what I mean, we're going to just tilt it back now. The biggest thing is just to watch out for your head so you don't hit your bike, or your head on your bike. And then we come over here, we're going to have plenty of room to open up our hatch. The reason why that's important is if you're out and about, maybe getting some groceries, you can put that in here. Or if you want to get ready for your ride, you can grab your helmet, tie your shoes. Then once you're done, you can close this back up and put this back into the seated position. All you have to do is push up on the rack until it clicks into place. But if we want to take a closer look at the rack, I'm going to remove my bike, and that's super simple. All I have to do is come over here to this piston. I like to start on the back side first. I'm just going to press this button. That's going to release. And I'm going to do that on the front side too. With both sides released, you can just pick this up. Now, if you need a little bit more room, you can push those arms out of your way to make this process even easier. And lift up, pull towards you, and then you can take it out for a ride. And within this position, you just need to make sure you put it back up if you plan on driving off. All you have to do that is press these buttons right here in the piston, the same one we did earlier. That's going to release these arms. And these arms, once they reach this point, are going to ratchet into place so they won't pop back up. Same thing on the other side. And with this done, we can get a few measurements. So the first one I like to get is the ground clearance. That's important, especially on the Rogues where we have a pretty low vehicle. And our lowest point is going to be right here at 20 inches. That's really good. You shouldn't have any issues with this. Now, something more to think about is if you have those heavy e-bikes. Lifting them up that high can be kind of difficult, so just keep that in mind. Now, for the distance it's going to sit out from our back bumper, this is going to be about 24 inches. So that's actually pretty compact for a 2-bike carrier, and I think this is looking really nice. Now, we can save a lot more space. And doing that, you just need to press this bar here, the same one we used to tilt it back earlier. And now it's going to be right next to your vehicle, but this thing feels pretty sturdy, so it shouldn't make contact with anything. And from the back of our bumper to the back of the carrier, that's only going to be about 10 inches. So that's going to save you a lot of room. So we're not going to be blocking very much on the back of your Rogue. Really, you might just catch this a little bit in your backup camera, but not by very much. If anything, it's just going to be more of a safety feature, making sure your rack doesn't hit anything. But as far as your license plate, your taillights, and back window is concerned, it's not going to block anything. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank that goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver. And then we're going to have a pin that goes through and connects to this lock core. Now this lock core is just going to give you extra protection from any thieves, and it's also going to use the same key system as your included bike cable lock. And at the very back of the carrier, you're going to notice we have this bolt here. This is actually going to be your anti-rattle device, so you will need an included tool to use this. So that's the one downside I do have with this rack. But once you get this tightened in place, this is very secure and it barely moves. In my opinion, I think this is a solid choice for a rack on our vehicle today. And the reason is just how it looks and how compact it is. As you can see, it's not blocking very much on the back of here. And you can see that our hatch is almost completely clear. If our rack was maybe just a few more inches lower, we'd probably be able to clear with a hatch. Now, on top of that, if you're looking at other premium racks, but maybe this one is a little bit more premium than you like, and you like Kuat, then I'd also recommend checking out the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack. What's nice about that is it's going to be very easy to use too, and instead of having a Allen key to use that anti-rattle bolt, you're going to have a knob instead. That one's also going to have a bike repair stand on it, so if you ever need to make any last minute adjustments to your bike, you can do that. The one downside to that is, since it does have a bike repair stand, and it is a little bit larger of a rack too, it will block more in the back of your vehicle. And that's one of the main reasons what I really like about this rack we have today. But again, that was just a look at the Kuat Piston Pro bike rack on the back of our 2023 Nissan Rogue. I'm Matt, thanks for watching.